Alright, this is John Cole with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. In this episode, I'm going to do one of my favorite haul videos. So actually, I got a story for you guys actually. So, you know, generally we'll go down to Los Angeles for the weekend and hit up some farmers markets. Visited 2 this weekend. Hit up some raw food restaurants. Actually hit up 3 this time. Norwalk, a new one in North Hollywood, which I have a review video coming up on. And of course, Wild Living Foods, me and my girlfriend's favorite. But also, the reason why I go down to LA is actually to hit up the wholesale produce terminal so I can literally stock up and save on organic produce, right? I'll post a couple links down below to previous hauls I have done in the past. Actually, my December haul was epic. Things were so cheap. It was so crazy. That being said, this is President's Day weekend, and Monday is a federal holiday. And I figure, okay, yeah, federal holidays, you know, banks are closed, schools are closed or something like that, and like government buildings are closed, and that's pretty much it. But guess what? I get to the terminal and the whole thing is closed, right? The new terminal, the old terminal, I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. How am I gonna eat for cheap for the next month? Because I'm not gonna be coming back to LA to get produce. So then as I was driving away, I was like, oh, you know what? There's some periphery kind of like wholesale distributors like around the terminal, not actually in the terminal, like on 8th Street, Olympic Street, and there's like and anyways, I started driving around. I saw some places selling some produce, so I stopped, got out, parked the car, walked around, and I found a bunch of produce. So at first I was like just excited to get anything, and then as I started walking around more and really visiting a whole bunch of shops, like one's called like Olympic Produce, like it was a whole line of shops, and one was like Central Market thing. So many new places I've never found before, and it's cool because actually, despite the terminal being closed, I still got a good percentage of organic stuff. And actually this time, I got some amazing deals on exactly what I wanted. So in this episode, I'll be sharing with you guys actually what I'm eating in the next month, because I did buy a lot of produce. I do have videos on how I store this produce, so check the links down below in the description for how I do store this produce at the proper temperature in 3 of my different fridges. Also, how I use the produce, you know, so I'll juice a lot of it, I'll freeze it, I'll eat it fresh, as fast as I can. And guess what? When you have good fresh food around, like fruits and vegetables that are spoiling, you gotta eat them, and you gotta eat them fast. So then you're gonna probably not eat anything else. You're not gonna go out to that vegan restaurant or that raw food restaurant because you got so much food at home that you just wanna finish, and especially when some of it's at its peak ripeness, you don't really wanna eat anything else. And of course, along with all the produce I got, I was so happy that CPG Nursery, certified plant growers, which I'll put a link down below to my Growing Your Greens video on, they were open, so that was good. Because I mean, I could deal with if the wholesale produce terminal is not open and I don't get fresh produce, but I would be a lot more upset actually if I couldn't get my plant started, so I could continue to grow my garden. And you know, I got pretty much my whole winter garden growing now, and got lots of stuff growing. Check a link down below for my winter garden tour. But I still have about 3 beds that I really need to replant and get going for food upcoming. So I'm glad I got a whole bunch of cool plant starts for this upcoming season. Anyways, let's get ahead and open up the car and show you guys actually what we got this trip. So as always, you know, I packed the car full of stuff. This time was a bit mellow. It was kind of cool. We could actually see out the rear view mirror for, you know, cops and stuff, and and traffic, and drive safer. But anyways, first thing coming out here, I got plants. So I got about I think 8 flats of plants, and each flat is 36 plants. This actually has some nice nice Nevada and red speckled heirloom lettuce, some sugar snap peas, and also some collard greens. Oh, and then of course I got some edible flowers in there. These are violas, and I love to eat them. I love to get the ones that are nice, deep, you know, purple color. They have the anthocyanins. All right, next, let's see. We got, okay, yeah, check this out, man. I was super surprised. Even though the terminal was closed, I got a case of organic Roma tomatoes. And check out these guys. These guys look like they're in pretty good shape. Now, these are B grade. If you kind of look close in here, like they mostly look pretty good, but like that, it's got a little bit of rot on it. But like, you know, this one's kind of like getting a little bit dehydrated. I'll probably chop off the top of it and use the bottom half. And you got to use these pretty quick. Let's not fool ourselves. And you know, Romas, I generally don't like to buy Romas because generally Romas are grown and they're just picked unripe, and they're the worst tasting tomato. If you want the best tasting tomato, especially when it's not tomato season where you are, I would encourage you guys to get the Campari tomatoes or the greenhouse grown tomatoes. Generally those have a much better flavor, also deeper redder color, and actually are more nutrient dense. And actually I'll show you the most nutrient dense tomatoes I got actually not at the terminal. Anyways, this whole box, and I'll put the prices up as they flash up. This whole box was $7. Amazing deal for, I don't even know, 25 pounds of organic Roma tomatoes. All right, next thing we got coming out, more greens. So I generally don't like to buy the greens. I like to grow my greens, as my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel is called Growing Your Greens. And you know, you invest in a flat of plant starts like this, right? There's 36 baby arugula plants, right? And you don't understand, arugula grows really fast. Within 3 weeks, I'm eating this very arugula that I'm sharing with you guys now, right? And just for a small investment, you could grow your food. And if you bought 2 pounds of arugula in those tubs, it's like $10, or you could buy a flat of plants for around $10 like this. And this could feed you for months. My arugula that I bought several months ago has been feeding me. It's now bolting, and you know, I am still eating it, but its production is slowed down, so I'm doing a new planting. And even that being said, I encourage you guys actually to plant your arugula seeds instead of buy the plant starts. I'm so busy and I don't want to waste time and wait for the seeds to grow up. I just buy the plants. It's a lot easier for me, and actually it encourages me to do it. And I like to see the instant gratification of not having to wait for the seeds to germinate, but to have full plants that are basically ready to be eaten in just a few weeks. Oh yeah, and I want to remind you guys, the arugula is super good for people with having blood pressure issues. Be sure to check the link down below. So for a video I made with my friend David, who actually got a stroke actually on a raw foods diet. And one of the things he massively increased was his arugula consumption, so that does not happen to him again. All right, next thing coming out, we got a whole flat of the baby bok choy. I love bok choy. These guys are at the perfect time to actually be planting these guys out, and even I didn't want to plant them. Look at that. I could basically just harvest these guys and eat them for dinner if I wanted to. They're just the right nice baby size. And if you go to the store and buy bok choy, baby bok choy, I mean, it could be $5 a pound, right? But then you buy it and you eat it and poof, it's gone. But if you buy the plants, right, you could be pulling the outer leaves off this bok choy for about a month, 2 months, depending on when you plant it, the temperatures you are, you know, because it won't bolt for quite a bit of time, and then you'll be able to eat off those plants for that whole period of time. So it just makes sense, literally, to save you guys money, to have higher quality food, fresher food, more nutritious food, to grow your own. And that's why I buy so many plant starts. All right, next coming out, you guys can see whole trunk of stuff. Let's see if we can pull some of this stuff out first. We got a whole case of pineapples right here. And check this out, 12 pineapples. These are non-organic, and these are rough. You know, these are probably B grade. Some of the top spines are coming out, and if you were at a grocery store, you'd never buy these for full price when they look this horrible. But I didn't pay full price. For 12 pineapples, I got them for $3. This is an amazing deal. I'm gonna have to go through, and some are soft, so I'm gonna use those first. And the other ones, basically, are gonna go in the fridge. And these guys, even in this state, I should be able to store them easily for 3 weeks. That being said, I'll juice one every morning in with the greens out of my garden to make a nice, delicious, you know, pineapple green juice. And the pineapples will sweeten it up. In addition, my girlfriend likes to, you know, blend these guys up into various smoothies. And I not just got one case, because for $3 for 12 pineapples, I'm not silly. I bought 2 cases. And if you notice in here, we also got some, John, what are you doing, man? You're getting organic baby food? Well, luckily this is all organic, and this is actually all vegan. It's not for me, it's not for my girlfriend either. This is for our dogs. My girlfriend is responsible for feeding our dog, and she's been really lax on buying any kind of dog food. So actually I got these at the grocery outlet, organic baby food for 50 cents. 50 cents. And so when she gets lazy, she'll pour this out and feed the dog baby food, because he's our little baby. So coming out next, this was mango season at the terminal today, and I got lots of different mangoes. Mainly I got 3 cases of these guys right here, the Adolfos, and these are the stringless variety. This guy was a case, was $7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pieces for $7, so that's less than 50 cents each. Look at the color on these guys. This is an amazing color. These are like totally peak ripeness, really nice, deep and rich yellow color. A lot of them are being sold usually when they're like pale yellow and super hard, or even unfortunately green. Those are not ripe. I don't even try to buy those. I don't even buy those actually. I don't even consider those fruit when they're just picked so early. These are actually in a pretty good shape. Not super ripe yet. I'll let these hang out in the house for a couple days, maybe even a week, and then I'll start eating them and they'll be ripe. So I got 3 of these. The unfortunate thing was, although that's a pretty decent deal, I saw those first, and this was right after I learned that the produce terminal was closed, and I was like, I just gotta get something to eat, right? And so I got these first, but then after that, I saw this deal, so I was like, oh! I got organic mangoes. These are just organic, I think, Kent's or something like that. And these are a little bit soft, maybe could be a better color, but this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mangoes for $7. But these are organic and actually fairly nice size. I mean, these are not super optimal. They might be a little bit lighter on the inside, not super optimal ripeness, but I was like, good, I got organic mangoes now for $7. That's pretty good. And then I kept walking around the outskirts and I found this deal. So I actually only got 2 cases of these. I got 3 cases of the Adolfos. But then I got like, I don't even know, like 7 cases of these guys. Look at these guys. These guys are product of Peru, organic mangoes, Kent's. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mangoes. Guess how much these were? 8 mangoes for $3. And the guy's like, yeah, those are like B grade. Okay, man, so check this out. This is B grade, or seconds, or whatever. These are perfectly ripened. To the produce industry, the B grade or the ripe fruit is a big liability. Why? Because these guys, within a few days, they're gonna be toast. They're gonna be overripe. They're gonna have to go in to the landfill, hopefully to compost, and they're gonna lose their profits. But to me, I don't want your unripe junk, man. I want the fresh stuff, the ripe stuff, the stuff I can take home and eat. This one got a little bit mushed in the car, and I'm eating this right after this video because I'm super hungry. But yeah, amazing deal. 8 mangoes for $3. 7 cases, baby. This is what I'll be eating for the next few weeks. So the madness never ends. Check it out inside the car here. Lots more stuff packed in every nook and cranny. Of course, starting off with always on the top. Always pack your plants on the top. Don't put them on the bottom. Don't cover these with boxes. On the top here, we got some tatsoi. I love the tatsoi. Look at that nice color on there. These guys are ready to go in. These are fast growers, so a mustard family of plants, tatsoi, bok choy. Those grow really fast. They love the cool weather. They don't bolt too fast in the cold weather, although once it warms up, they will bolt pretty fast and be done and over with. And they're a mustard green, but they don't really have a mustard flavor like mustard greens do, so I like them a lot. They grow really fast. And also, you know, they have anti-cancer properties. So I want you guys to eat your brassica family plants, whether that's bok choy, tatsoi, kale, cabbage, collard greens, or even cauliflower and broccoli. So coming out next, this is actually the first thing I found after I found out the produce terminal was closed. I found the Adolfos for $7 a case, and then I found these guys. These are limited edition, actually, California-grown organic strawberries. And if you guys go to price strawberries right now, because it's kind of like beginning of the season for strawberries, and wow, I can smell them, they smell good. They're like organic ones, they're like $5 for like one of these little cases. That'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I learned how to count on Schoolhouse Rock. Anyways, $11 for the whole entire case here for organic strawberries. And these are not seconds, these are like first. These are in good shape. They could be riper, I will give you guys that. But they're in actually good shape, and they're gonna last easily a few weeks in the fridge with the berry breeze that allows you to keep your berries even longer. All right, next we got coming out some more plant starts here, and here we got some red Malabar spinach. This is summer green, doesn't like the cold. It's been a little bit cold lately, so I'm gonna grow these indoors or in the greenhouse. And these guys can be hard to germinate. They do only germinate when the temperatures get warm, maybe even in the 80s. And also they are slow to start out. So they'll look like this, and they're gonna grow like a centimeter, maybe a week for the first couple weeks. And so that way I want to just put these under lights or grow them in a greenhouse and get them nice and established so that as soon as we reach the last frost date, these are actually going out in my garden, so I get to have the red Malabar spinach growing literally the whole season, which is going to be a nice long season this year. All right, coming out next, another flat of plants here, and this one we got some radicchio, some Swiss chard, some heirloom sugar beets, and some edible flowers. And then I got one more plant flat, or no, two more flats of plants. This guy right here, freckled lettuce and Nevada lettuce. This is going to replace one of the lettuce beds that has actually already finished from the winter planting and fill in a few plants that actually didn't make it. Then one more flat of plants. And here we go. This flat of plants are carrots. And carrots are not the #1 thing I would encourage you guys to grow or buy as plant starts and then plant. They should be actually planted from seed, but I saw that these were the purple carrots and I just had to buy a flat, and I'm going to interplant these with my lettuce. It should be pretty cool. And the purple carrots are anthocyanin rich, and I encourage you guys to eat a lot of purple pigmented foods for their researched and yet to be researched health benefits. All right, so coming out next, we got some citrus. This is citrus season here, and we got some Cara navel. So these are like the kind of like a little bit reddish colored, navel oranges, and so they have a nice pigments in there, more nutritious than standard navels. And then I got a whole bunch of tangerines that are nice and sweet and delicious this time of year. These were from Cal Poly Pomona Farm Store, where they actually grow these on the college while they're educating students. So that's really cool. And also got some of these guys down here, the fruas, they call them fruas, but these are actually the cocktail grapefruits. These are my favorite grapefruits actually in the world. They're nice and sweet. It's like a pomelo cross with a tangerine, and that's how they got the cocktail grapefruits. Look for these. They are in season right now and only for a limited time. These guys are actually only 50 cents a pound, and the tangerines and the Caracaras are about $1 a pound roughly. And then next we got coming out, and this is once again the first thing I bought after the produce terminal was shut down, and I was like, I gotta go home with some fruit. What we got here is a case of probably like 40 pounds of Mardol papayas. I haven't had papayas in a while. Normally they're just so unripe, but look at these guys. These are like the perfect color, and they smell really good, and actually they're also nice and soft. So these all three are important factors to have before eating a papaya, because most of the papayas coming in from Mexico, they're just usually picked too underripe, and they never really fully ripen like they should. I do want to say that as far as I'm aware, if you're buying a Mardol papaya, like these long papayas, not the super small ones, these papayas, to my knowledge, are not genetically modified. All right, coming out next, we got a case of organic watermelons. Yes, the produce terminal is closed, and I still got plenty of organic stuff. This organic case of watermelons are like the little baby ones, case of 6, and these guys were like 20 bucks, and if you tap on them, listen closely. That really nice sounds on these guys. These guys gonna be good. Yeah, 20 bucks for a whole case of 6 organic watermelons. All right, other stuff we got, I got this little cooler bag I like to put produce in to kind of keep them cool. Inside here, what do we got? Well, I got the dates from the Torrance Farmers Market. I get organic dates there. These happen to be the honey dates. These are like 4 pounds of dates. What are they, like 14 bucks? An amazing deal. In addition, we got the Caracaras, or no, I'm sorry, these are the Moro blood oranges. These guys were 99 cents a pound at the Hollywood Farmers Market. And of course, down on the bottom here, I got my purple carrots. My normal purple carrot person wasn't there, so I got these guys. It was like, I don't know, 5 bucks for maybe like 5 pounds. So it's about $1 a pound for some of my purple carrots. I wish I only could have got more of them. Then if we flop this seat up, let's see. Yes, I did remove the bottom cushion so I could fit more in. Down over here we got, check it out, organic on the box. And we got a box of organic zucchini squash. They wanted 14 for this box. And I said, how about 12? And she said, yes. So I got them. So organic zucchini squash, 12 bucks a box. I don't know, this is like maybe 25 pounds So like 50 cents a pound, one amazing deal, especially considering the produce terminal was closed today. All right, got a few more items coming out on this side of the car. And we're loaded in there, of course, just stacking the mangoes anywhere as I can fit them. We got my cooler here. It's a plug-in cooler. And inside here, I mean, what do we got? I mean, basically I got sugarcane juice and a few things from Wild Living Foods we brought back. And then we got this guy, and this is pretty interesting. You guys have probably never seen this before in your life. This is maybe like the third time I've ever seen it for sale. And this is a vegetable. Name this vegetable. I bet you guys probably can't name this vegetable. Even I couldn't name it the first time I saw it. This is actually called Puntarelle. And I believe this is like an old school, like ancient vegetable that like the Romans used to eat. So you guys could eat a vegetable that the Romans used to eat. If you guys could find it, it's very rare. Or you guys could grow it yourself. I did try to grow it myself, and then it never grew like this. This is just so cool. It's like related to like, I think the lettuce family, dandelion family. And it has like, it's almost like a cauliflower, but not. It has like these hollow stems. So it's almost like eating like lettuce stems that are hollow. They're quite good. So I'm looking forward to making a nice recipe with this. And then let's see what else we got in here. Of course, my backpack I travel with all the time. Let's get this cooler out of the way. And here's all the cocktail grapefruits or fruas I got. 50 cents each, amazing deal. Super sweet. Oh yeah, I got a bag full of goodies from the grocery outlet. And mainly we got the kale chips. They're $1.99. Oh, and then we got these guys. These are probably the most nutrient-dense tomatoes you guys could find. They're called the Kumatos. These were $2 1 pound. Normally they're like $2.99 or $3.99. Oh, and then the grocery outlet had these things on sale. These are basically just like nut and dates. Little raw food candies. Like these are 50 cents. If you go to Whole Foods, these are like $4. Got a couple of those. So last official box of produce today is right here. If I could wheel this out, it's probably like about 40 pounds right here. Let me open it up for you guys. Yes, purple cabbage. This was from the Hollywood Farmers Market from Tutti Frutti Farms. That's normally where I get my purple carrots from. They're out this week. So I'm like, if I can't get purple carrots, I'm getting purple cauliflower. They still got the purple anthocyanin pigments. This box, I don't know, 35, 40 pounds maybe, $25 for the whole case. I'm gonna turn some of this into sauerkraut, juice a lot of it, and yeah, eat it any way I can. Probably mostly in a juice though. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the episode. I gotta get all this stuff in. And I gotta get running here, but if you guys enjoyed this quick episode with my haul, showing you guys actually what I'm eating this week, and I'll be eating the mangoes whole. I'll also probably be blending some up with some fresh sweet pepper, red pepper, yellow, orange, with a little bit of hot pepper for some amazing dressings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this haul video, want me to do more, hey, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Also be sure to click that subscribe button right down below to be notified of my new and upcoming episodes that are coming out every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel. Also be sure to share this video with somebody else and check my links down below to the videos where I show you guys how you guys can get some of these amazing deals at the Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Terminal. Also be sure to check my past episodes for a wealth of knowledge. Over 500 episodes at this time teach you guys all aspects on how you guys could eat more fresh fruits and vegetables and why you guys should eat them. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time. Until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.